Welcome back to another episode of the Aryeh Leifert Show. My name is Aryeh Leifert. This is episode 8. We are closing in on double digits very soon. Looking forward to that. Thank you for those who have offered your support and encouragement on the journey that I've had so far starting this podcast. The scene behind me is not a green screen. That is actually the Atlantic Ocean. I am on the beautiful Oasis of the Seas on a Royal Caribbean cruise going from Miami all the way to Spain. It's April 28th, 2024. And we are more than halfway to our destination. We should be arriving in a few days in one of the ports of call in Spain, and then we have a few more ports. And then we get to our destination, Barcelona, and I go home to Israel. Before we get into the show today, I want to remind all of you, please click the like button if you're watching on YouTube, and please click the subscribe button so you get informed anytime we have a new episode. Today's episode of the Aryeh Leifert Show is brought to you by Israel Insider Tours. For all of your Israel touring needs, from the moment you arrive to the moment you depart, visit www.israelinsidertours.com, israelinsidertours.com. Visit Israel, a land beyond belief. So up until this point, I've discussed issues related to Israeli politics. In particular, I don't want to get pigeonholed into Israeli politics or Israel. So we're going to switch it up a little bit and talk about something totally unrelated to Israel or to politics. We're going to be talking about the proper way, in my view, to invite someone who lives alone to your home for a holiday gathering or even just to hang out. And I'm going to offer some views on what not to say from my experience, having received some of those invites, as well as practical ideas of what to say. So some of you may know I've been separated / divorced for around the past 5 years. And so some of these things that I will be mentioning, I've heard said to me. So that's the experience that I am bringing to this. And I've also heard about it from other friends in a similar situation who are divorced or who are simply single or widowed or widowered. So what I'm saying in today's episode really applies to any of the above. Anyone who's living alone. So a couple of things I have on my list of what not to say. And let me just add one more preface to this. Words have a very powerful meaning. You know, the famous line, sticks and stones may break my bones, but sticks and stones can break my bones, but names can never hurt me. I would say also, words can never hurt me. No, it's not true. Words have an incredible power to create and to destroy. The book of Genesis talks about when God created the world, how did he create it? Through words. And God said, let there be light. And God said, let there be A, B, C, etc. That's how God created almost everything in creation, aside from the first human, Adam, where he collected dirt, fine. But everything else, it was through words. We can create and destroy with words. Words have a very powerful impact on people. So here are a couple of suggestions of what not to say when inviting someone to your home, whether it's for a holiday meal, for a Sabbath meal, or just to spend time together. Don't say, do you have a place for, fill in the name of the holiday, for the Sabbath, for Passover, for Christmas, for Easter, whatever it is. Do you have a place for X? Will you be alone for X? Please don't ever say this. If you're going to say one of these, at least say, do you have a place for it? Don't say, will you be alone? The person who's living alone, whether divorced, single, widowed, widower, does not need a reminder of his or her predicament. They don't need reminders. Trust me, every time they step through the door and it's a quiet house, they're reminded of it. They don't need a reminder. Don't say, do you have a place for the Sabbath? Will you be alone? They don't need to hear that. What should you say? So here's the opposite end. would you like to join us for the Sabbath meal? We'd love to have you for a Sabbath meal, for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, for Easter, whatever it is. Are you available for the Sabbath meal, Passover, Seder, Christmas, Easter, whatever it is? Phrase it in the positive. Trust me, if he's not available, he'll say, thank you for the invite, I'm already taken. Or, I'm hosting people. Or, I appreciate the invite, but I'd prefer to be alone for this Sabbath or this holiday, whatever it is. But phrase it from the positive. We want to have you. Don't phrase it in the sense of you are a pity case. Obviously, that's not what the hosts are trying to convey. They like the person they're inviting. They don't regard him as a pity case, but that's how it can come off sometimes. So I hope you'll take this to heart and just think a little bit before you invite the person. Just make sure that the invite is being phrased from a positive sense, from a we want to have you, rather than we feel badly for you, so that's why we're inviting you. Even if that's not the intent, that's sometimes how it comes across. So I hope you'll take some of these suggestions to heart. That's our episode of the Aryeh Leifert Show for today. Again, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, please click the like button and the subscribe button so you'll be informed every time we put up a new episode. This has been the Aryeh Leifert Show, and my name is Aryeh Leifert.